Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Myself Jay Patel, and today in this video I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic called calculated fields in Dynamics 365 CRM. So today in this video I'll be telling you that what exactly are calculated fields and how can we configure them in our Dynamics 365 CRM. All right. So let me just show you one demo first of all. As you can see, I'm in my employees entity right now, and now I'm going to create a new employee here. So let's click on new. Let me give a name to my employee, and then we are going to choose the department from here. Let's choose any department. Okay. And now you can see this field of date of birth here, right? So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to select any date of birth here. So let me just select some random date of birth. Let's say this one. Okay. And now you can see this field called age, right? So let's do one thing. Let's just save the record and see what are we going to see here in the age field, right? As you can see in the age field, it has calculated the age for me from the date of birth which I had chosen here, right? I did not explicitly write the age here, but it calculated the age from this date of birth. And this is exactly where the concept of calculated field comes into the picture. With the help of the calculated fields, you can basically create the mathematical formulas in order to uh, dynamically uh, get the value of a particular field. So in my scenario, age was the field which was called the calculated field, and in this field I configured the formula so that it calculated the age from the date of birth which we selected. And you can use it in the multiple ways, right? It is just a one scenario. You can use it in different ways, and that is what we are going to see now. Okay, so let me just show you that how I have configured this thing. First of all, I'll go back to my Power Apps, and as you can see, I am in my employee entity right now, and this is my calculated field. Let me just open this field and show you that what is the behavior of it. So now as you can see, the behavior of this particular field is calculated, and this is exactly where you configure the things. When you are creating a new calculated field, you have to click on new column. You can just give a random name or whatever name you want to give to your column. Let's say I'm giving this name. You have to choose the data type. So if it is a field which will contain some number, you have to select the data type as whole number or floating point, whatever you want based upon your requirement. And then here in the behavior, you have to select the behavior as calculated. And after that, you have to click on save and edit, and then you'll be forwarded to the UI where you can configure the calculated field. So let me just show you how I have configured this age field. First of all, I'm going to click on age, and then I'm going to click on this edit icon, right? So let's click here. And now as you can see, it is showing me the configuration UI for my age field, which is a calculated field here, right? So always remember that you have to add condition. By the way, it's optional. So if you don't want to add a conditional, it's completely fine. But let's say if you want to derive the value of your calculated field based upon some other field data, then often you need to use the condition, right? In my scenario, the age field was dependent upon the value of the date of birth field. So that's why I had added one condition here, which was if date of birth contains data, then in that scenario, I want to perform some action, right? And here you can add multiple conditions if you want. I can click on add condition, and now as you can see, I'm getting this operator to select here. I can either select AND operator or the OR operator. If I select the AND operator, then both of the condition which I mentioned should be satisfied. And if I mention the OR operator, then in that scenario, if any one of the condition gets satisfied, then it will directly jump onto the action part. All right. And here you can select the entity. So if I go to the list of entities, it will be showing me the current entity on which you want to perform the operation. And you can also take the field from the related entities to this particular entity. And then here in the field section, you have to select the field related to a particular entity which you want to check. And then you have to use any operator here. So you can use equals, does not equal, contains, does not contain, begins with, does not begin with, ends with, does not end with, does not contain data, and contains data. All these different types of operators here. Then you can compare it with a field or a value. If you select value, then you have to mention the value here. And if you select field, then in that scenario, you have to compare it with some other field from, let's say, your current entity or from some other entity which are related to the current entity. And in that way, you can just simply add your condition here. In my scenario, I have added this simple condition for the current entity itself, that the date of birth should contain data. because until and unless date of birth contains data, we would not be able to move forward to the next step of calculating the age. So that's why I have mentioned this condition, that whenever the date of birth field will contain the data, then in that scenario you have to find the age for me, or we can say calculate the age for me. Okay. Now in this set action area, this is the part which is the most important, right? Here you are basically setting the filled value of your calculated field. So right now, as you can see, I have used this function called different in years, where I've mentioned this date of birth field. It is the logical name of that field. And here I have used another now expression, which is basically trying to fetch the current time. So what I'm doing here is that I'm performing a subtraction of operation for the years, where it is subtracting the date of birth, or we can say finding the difference between the date of birth and the current time, and whatever answer you will get, that will be in the form of years. Let me just remove this expression for now and show you all the other lists of expression which are available for us. So as you can see, we have add days, where you are also able to see that what type of data type it will accept: whole number, date and time. Similarly, we have add hours, add months, add weeks, add years. Concate, it is basically used to concate the filled values of different single line of text fields. As you can see, it is also showing me that what type of data type should be there for different types of fields. In the similar way, if you just go on, you will be able to see some other expressions such as different in days. So it will give you the answer in the form of days. Different in hours, difference in minutes, difference in months, difference in weeks, difference in years. So this is the one which we used for finding the age, correct? And then I have the list of all my different fields which are the part of my entity, right? So these are the logical names of all the fields which are the part of the entity, and this is our now expression which I just showed you. In the similar way, you can use some other functions or expressions such as subtract days, where you can mention a whole number, date and time, in order to subtract a particular number from the date and time field. And then we have other trim left, trim right, expressions or functions as well, where you can just trim the spaces from your single line of text fields. So these are the different types of things, or we can say expressions or functions which you have, which you can utilize in order to create the field value here. In a similar way, you can also perform the mathematical operations here. So let's say if I have one field, and in that field I want to add the value as a mathematical formula. So let's say if I want to add 58 into 3, right? I can just simply set the value of this field like this, and I just have to click on this right icon and it will accept it. Okay. And in the similar way, I can also perform the subtraction and addition and division, all of these different types of operations here. So let me just show you that as well. So if I just do something like this, I can also do this, right? Or I can also add two number fields here. So let's say we have some number field as, do we have any number field? Let's say we have a phone number, right? So in phone number, if you want to add something, this is just a random example which I'm giving here, and I click on save. So as you can see, it is showing me an error that you can't use phone number which is of type string. So right now, as you can see, this is very important part, that if your field data type is not a number, then in that scenario it will not take this, right? Because we definitely need a number here, and the data type should be number here. So that's why if the consistency is not maintained between the data types and the operation which you're performing, then you'll be getting this type of error. So this is a very important validation part as well. Okay. So this is one thing. Let me just try it for the salary, if we are able to get it. Yeah, so if you see in the salary, when I've added 78, it accepted it, right? So this is how you can just validate that whether this is a correct expression or not. If it accepts it, it means that it's a correct expression, right? So this is how you can just set the field values, and once you create a calculated field, it will be logged on the form. So if you just see and observe here, the age field is logged here by default, because you cannot edit the calculated field, since it is dependent on some type of calculation, or we can say its value is dependent upon some type of calculation, right? So I hope that you're able to understand the concept of the calculated fields, and you're able to understand that how we can utilize them in order to perform different types of operations in our Dynamics 365 CRM. This is extremely useful in such scenarios where you want to automate some of the things, or we can say some small tasks such as finding the age based upon the date of birth. This is a very practical example, or we can say most frequently used example of the calculated fields in Dynamics 365 CRM. And let's say if you want to move forward to some, you know, uh, complex or advanced uh, calculations, then in that scenario you can utilize JavaScript. All right, so I hope that this video was helpful for you, and if that's the case, then make sure that you share this video with your friends and also subscribe to this channel. And make sure that you comment down below if you have some suggestions for other video topics, right? Thank you so much. Bye bye.